Good morning, everyone. May the Lord richly bless you. Thank you so much for tuning in to our live broadcast. We want to remind you, feel free to call us or text us or send a message to us with testimonies, prayer requests, or questions. You can reach us through jasondemars.com or any social media platform that you're listening on. If you're listening just to the audio of our podcast, you can also get our number, which is 612-293-6846. And my email is demjas@gmail.com. I want to remind you, on our website, you can get access to any of the books that I've written, any of the tracts that I've written, and any DVDs that are available there for free. We operate on a walking by faith basis, so we give it away. We also have free shipping, so you don't have to charge. If you want to pay the shipping, you can. If you want to donate, you can. That's up to you. But most people I know are struggling, and just by faith, we're putting it out that we're providing materials to whosoever will, especially to those overseas, but to anyone here that would have a need and a desire to get material. Our purpose is to get the Word of God out with all our heart, and we don't want to charge for it as much as is possible. So as long as the Lord enables us to do that, that's what we're going to do by the grace of God. So we're going to continue on part 2 of the character of Jesus Christ. All right. John 8:3-11. And the scribes and the Pharisees brought unto him a woman taken in adultery. And when they had set her in the midst, they say unto him, Master, this woman was taken in adultery in the very act. Now Moses in the law commanded us that such should be stoned. But what sayest thou? This they said, tempting him, because that they might have to accuse him. But Jesus stooped down, and as with his finger wrote on the ground, as though he heard them not. So when they continued asking him, he lifted up himself and said unto them, He that is without sin among you, let him first cast a stone at her. And again he stooped down and wrote on the ground, and they which heard it, being convicted by their own conscience, went out one by one, beginning at the eldest, even unto the last. And Jesus was left alone, and this woman standing in the midst. When Jesus had lifted up himself, and saw none but the woman, he said unto her, Woman, where are those thine accusers? Hath no man condemned thee? She said, No man, Lord. And Jesus said unto her, Neither do I condemn thee. Go and sin no more. So we want to really look into the life of Jesus Christ so we can see more about his character, because we want to be a reflection of that. So we want to see what his character is so we can model ourselves after him. So these verses we've just read, we saw, first of all, the Pharisees wanted to confront Jesus so that they'd have something to accuse him with. So he was the victim of jealousy from religious leaders. But Jesus' concern in this verse wasn't so much the religious leaders, was it? You see, Jesus came to seek and to save that which was lost. And so when we look at these things, we have to understand that Christ was not so much thinking about how he can respond to the Pharisee, but he was thinking about that soul that was there in front of him. Not only that, not only her, but he was thinking about the other souls that were in front of him as well, knowing that the truth is that they were all sinners and they were all in need of redemption and transformation, and that only God could give it through him. And so his confrontation with them is, let the one that's without sin cast the first stone. And it caused everyone to walk away. And the one person that could have condemned the woman did not condemn her, and he told her to go and sin no more. And so Jesus, our concern is often with how we look, how can we defeat our spiritual enemy. But Jesus was on a whole nother level, and I think we need to be on a whole nother level. If our purpose is just to respond to the devil, we're in trouble. If our heart is just to respond to the devil, we're in trouble. We're looking for a fight. We're not looking for souls. So the heart of Jesus here was clearly not, how can I defeat the Pharisees? Jesus' heart was, oh, this poor woman. She's caught in sin, and these people are just using her as a pawn. Well, how can I change this atmosphere? How can I change this game here? And he did. He changed it. And he changed her. Matthew 23, 14 through 17. Woe unto you, scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites! For you devour widows' houses, and for a pretense make long prayer. Therefore ye shall receive the greater damnation. Woe unto you, scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites! For you compass sea and land to make one proselyte, and when he is made, you make him twofold more the child of hell than yourselves. Woe unto you, you blind guides, which say, whosoever shall swear by the temple, it is nothing, but whosoever shall swear by the gold of the temple, he is a debtor. You fools and blind, for whether is greater, the gold or the temple that sanctifieth the gold? So there we have Jesus speaking hard, difficult words to the Pharisees and to the lawyers, and he was bringing words of accusation, words of judgment, and this wasn't his purpose. His purpose was to, and his ministry was to seek and to save that which was lost. But here were people that were in the way of that. Here were people hurt that were damaging and hurting people. Here were preachers who were manipulating and controlling the people for their own gain, and it caused the righteous indignation of Jesus to grow out, to come out, and he began to lash at them with words, not out of anger, but out of righteous indignation, because they were damaging God's sheep, and Jesus hated that. Mark 3, 1 through 5. And he entered again into the synagogue, and there was a man there which had a withered hand, and they watched him whether he would heal him on the Sabbath day, that they might accuse him. And he saith unto the man which had the withered hand, stand forth. So here we have religious people more concerned about the rigors of following the law, and here we have the Son of Man seeing someone who's hurt, who's damaged, seeing a life of pain, and saying, I'm going to have mercy on them. And he saith unto them, is it lawful to do good on the Sabbath days, or to do evil, to save life, or to kill? But they held their peace. And when they looked around about them, on them, and when he had looked around about on them with anger, the sinless Son of God looked upon the people, the Pharisees, the leaders of the synagogue, with anger. Why did he do that? Being grieved for the hardness of their hearts. He saith unto the man, stretch forth thine hand, and he stretched it out, and his hand was restored whole as the other. So Jesus was angered because of the hardness of the hearts. Why? Because he was going to save them. He wanted to save them. But they didn't want it. They rejected him. They turned him away. They said, this man was made for the Sabbath. Christ was saying the Sabbath was made for man. Matthew 20, 25 through 28. But Jesus called them unto him and said, do you know that the princes of the Gentiles exercise dominion over them, And they that are great exercise authority upon them, but it shall not be so among you. Whosoever will be great among you, let him be your minister, and whosoever will be chief among you, let him be your servant. Even as the Son of Man came not to be ministered unto, but to minister, and to give his life a ransom for many. So Jesus was a servant. His purpose was to serve. First, he was a servant of God. What did he always do? He said, I do always that which pleases the Father. He listened and obeyed. What about you? Do you listen and obey? That's the character of Jesus Christ, to listen and obey. May the Lord pour his nature into us so we would be an expression of him. Once again, thank you so much for listening in. We're going to bring this to a close, and we'll start part 3 of the character of Jesus Christ tomorrow. God bless.